Hey folks, how you doing today? Today we're going to talk about this Yamaha YXZ 1000cc side by side that a friend of ours purchased. She brought it over to us and asked us if we could take a quick look at the front end and also do a basic maintenance service on it. And we said, sure, we can do that. So we got it up on the rack, started taking it apart, and boy, she was right. There was some front end damage. So here's a list of what we had to do to get it running. We did upper and lower control arm bushings, put new CV axles in both sides, serviced the front differential. There was a ball joint that needed replaced. I believe it was on the passenger side. All the grease zerk fittings were snapped off and broken, so we had to replace all those. We checked the brakes, front and rear, and bled them all out. They're working fine. Did an oil change, and then moved on to the transmission. Did a complete transmission oil change. There was a lot of material in that, so it definitely needed that. Checked all the filters, changed them where necessary, and then we moved on. There was a headlight assembly that was shorted out and broken. We just disconnected it. Not sure if we're going to replace that because replacement assembly is extremely expensive. Fixed the passenger seat mounts because it wasn't even mounted to the chassis. The driver's side seat, the adjustment rack was not functioning. We went ahead and fixed that while we were in there. And we replaced the passenger fender flare on was broken off and needed replaced. So everything went pretty well. It's running good, and we're going to move on now. Here's a update to give you a little bit more information. Hey folks, how you doing today? Wanted to give you a little bit of an update on this YXZ Yamaha side by side that's in here for some service and front end repairs. Got the front end back together, but when we were taking those lower control arms off and replacing the bushings, we found quite a bit of front end damage that had taken place. As you can see here, we put all new bushings in, some new zerk fittings, and on both sides. Tonight we're going to do some front disc brakes on it, get that changed and ready to go. We had some electrical problems where these lights weren't working. We found out that that light there looks all hazy and blurred up. Was shorting out the entire system. So anyways, we just disconnected that. So we got the lighting system back up online and running. We're looking for a replacement bulb, but basically what they're telling us is that that bulb there through Yamaha, a factory OEM part, is $234 for one headlight assembly. Not light bulb, my correction on that. So I don't know what the owner's going to do with it, whether she's just going to leave it as is with 3 headlights or want to replace it. We did replace the CV axles and went ahead and got all that greased up and ready to run. Didn't do anything with the shocks, but let me stand back here. I don't know if you can tell through this camera, but the camber on the passenger side is way off. It looks like they may have hit something and damaged the front end. And the passenger side, we measured wheelbases and 3 or 4 other measurements, and basically it's about a 1/2 inch towards the rear on the passenger side, which obviously is a problem. But since there's no adjustability in these upper control arms, we're not sure if the owner's going to want to fix it, because that entails having to cut off these upper mounting brackets and extending them out about a 1/2 inch to compensate. And I just don't think she wants to pay for that time and labor. So just going around the rest of the vehicle, we got inside here last night and we're testing out all the electricals and just make sure everything was working okay. We'll be putting it back together tonight, putting the seats back in. Interesting part is this passenger seat had no bolts in it. It just came right out. And the previous owner didn't even bother to tell the new owner that the seat was just wobbling around and was a little bit of a safety hazard. Luckily, we caught it. We've done the oil change, air filter change, transmission change. I didn't get any pictures of it, but the transmission oil had a little bit of metallic, silver metallic in it, but nothing really out of the norm. So tonight we're gonna button this thing back up and try to get it ready to return to the owner. The back end, I'm just briefly looking at it. It looks good. I don't think there's any damage with that, but we do believe that this thing was in a pretty good head-on type of accident or rollover or something to really mess up that front end the way it was. So I'll give you one more update before we close this project out and let you know how things work out after we get the front brakes on it, and probably take it for a shakedown run. And I'll let you know how things turned out. So we'll be talking to you soon.
Hope you enjoyed watching our YouTube channel. We appreciate any feedback in the comments section. 4200 Motorsports is trying really hard to learn the YouTube content process and how to properly compose and edit videos, so it's our goal to get better every time we post. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.